Hello everybody, welcome back to Kubota Farm. We are cruising along here in East Vineland, New Jersey. Hope everybody's having a really good week. I am continuing on where we left off with our field work, getting this contract taken care of that we partook in. Well, I partook in. You probably didn't want anything to do with it, but I'm a glutton for punishment. And yeah, so we are right now windrowing our way through yet another field that we need to get taken care of. We've got it all tedded. I finished that up last time. And now we're just working on getting our windrows set up so we can get to baling and get this stuff to market and get this wonderful contract out of the way. I figured we'd get right at it this episode before I got to talking or yapping on some topic that is on my mind. Ooh, I do see something though here. Missing a little something there. So yeah, if you haven't noticed yet, I am actually letting Courseplay take care of some windrowing for us. It was kind of interesting. I set up Courseplay to do this, and Courseplay didn't recognize the proper width of this particular windrower, or rake, I guess, and figured that out fairly early on. So I adjusted the width, and I thought I had a good adjustment on it based on the store width. It's 8.5 meters. I actually put 8.4 into Courseplay, and you can see it still is missing a little chunk there. I'm assuming that's going to happen every other one. I'm just going to let it go, and we can make do with that. If I try to make adjustments on this thing, I'm probably going to make it worse. Actually, I see the working width. Maybe I can adjust it a bit. Why don't we knock down the working width just a bit and see if that resolves that issue. Because I honestly don't mind. Yeah, let's try that. I had 8.4. Let's knock it down. Boy, not that much. I don't know. What do you think? 8.2? Knock it down 0.2 meters? Let's see how that does with it. It's the first time, actually, I've run into a situation where Courseplay didn't properly recognize the width of the implement. I've not run into that. Maybe I've just been lucky. I'm also running a Courseplay version that is not on the Giants Mod Hub. The version I'm running is actually the one from their GitHub site. I update from there because they usually have minor fixes that come out through their GitHub site. And instead of waiting for it to be updated on Giants Mod Hub, I just run out and do it myself from there. So, but at the same time, that is a little bit risky just because you might bring in issues that aren't that weren't on the Giants Mod Hub site. So that's always a possibility. And actually, this is looking pretty good so far. We'll give it this run. This is where I think it would miss if it were going to miss. So maybe that little minor adjustment did the trick. We will wait and see here. But while that thing is running, my plan is to hop into another tractor, grab the baler, and get to baling behind this thing. It's got a little ways to go. I want to check out and see how it looks on this next run and see if it's missing anything. I have a feeling just bumping that down a little bit fixed that issue. But let's see what happens here. So I was, curiously enough, I thought this was kind of interesting. You know, I don't know if you ever get this feeling like Google. I have an iPhone, so if anybody is listening, it's Apple, right? But here's the thing, though. It's kind of weird. Some things maybe are just a little bit not ironic, but what word am I looking for, where something happens. Anyways, so I'm sitting here on YouTube, I'm watching some videos, and you know how YouTube has those suggested videos, right? They kind of say, hey, if you like this, you'd like this. And maybe it's not too far off that they might suggest this because of East Vineland. Yeah, this is actually looking pretty good. So we'll just leave that like that, and let's scooch out of here. And what do we need? The little guy is not going to do us any much good on this. We need... Let's grab this. Let's grab this guy. This M6. We'll dump our tether off, and we need to pick up that Baler. So I am checking out these suggested videos, and there's a channel that I subscribe to called John Boy. I think it's called John Boy Media, and he, what he does, what he's famous for, more or less. I mean, he does some other things, but what he's kind of famous for amongst his subscribers is his ability to read lips, and he likes to take sports clips and break them down, and he reads the lips of the umpire or the players and stuff, and it's actually pretty comical. And hold on to that thought. Let me verify we can actually do 180s on this because we're not wrapping, we're doing hay, so we can go full bore. So why don't we leave it on 180? I'm almost certain our trailer over there will take 180s without a problem. You know what? If it doesn't, for some weird reason, we'll figure that out as we go. So anyways, going back to John Boy. So John Boy is famous for doing all that fun stuff, and he brings up, and what he does is he does replays of some oddities in sports. Some special plays that happen or funny moments. You get the idea, right? Well, he released a video recently of a cheating ref in football for, guess what team? Vineland, New Jersey. And I thought, man, that's kind of weird. You know? Google's listening to me. I know they're listening to me. Do you ever get that, though? Where you get like, where you were talking about a subject and all of a sudden you see a video appear on your YouTube feed that's specifically about that subject? Excuse me, clear my throat. I swear we're being listened to by our phones. But it was kind of a funny deal, though. I mean, it was like bad. Like, these refs clearly cheated. Oh my gosh, it was so obvious that I can't even imagine that they won't be, that they will still be allowed to be officials for high school football. It was Vineland against some other team. I forget who the other team was, but at first I thought, okay, well maybe, you know, Vineland, you know, there could be a lot of Vinelands, but certainly enough, it was New Jersey football. The question I have, and I think I have a subscriber and a listener who reached out to me and said that they were from this area or are familiar with this area. Is East Vineland a separate town, and how far away would it be from Vineland, regular Vineland, is what I'm kind of curious about. Or is this actually east of Vineland? Because sometimes you get naming conventions like that that don't mean anything. But I thought it was kind of funny to see that. More funny was how the refs cheated. And the breakdown, basically, it was pretty simple. The team was going to, I forget if it was Vineland. I think they cheated against Vineland, because the other high school team was trying to score in the last, minute and a half, 2 minutes of the game, and they were trying for a first down. And clearly like a yard short. And when they brought the chain out to measure, the ref literally took the chain and loosened it, like walked forward a touch so the chain was loose. You know how they're supposed to tighten the chain. And he took the football and moved it forward. He picked up the football and moved it forward just enough so that they got the first down. And it was almost, it's one of those things you see where it's like, no, no, he didn't just do that. Surely he's going to pick the ball up and laugh and kind of like, oh, gotcha. You know, like, joke's on you. But that didn't happen. It was bad, man. If I was involved with that high school team at all, I would be taking that video to whatever officials are overseeing the referees and absolutely ridiculous. It's high school football nonetheless, but still, these kids are playing hard. You know, they're playing hard, they're working hard. These games mean something to these kids. And you do something like that, that's just not right. That's just not right. See, aren't you glad I got this started on working before I started going down these stories? I told you, if I don't get started, if I don't get the game started and we don't get to field work, I'm going to start yapping and this episode's going to be over before we get anything done. Ay, ay, ay. So I'm recording this Monday evening for Tuesday morning, like I normally do the night before. And wow, did Giants make up for some slow mod days today. Holy cow. Talk about a busy mod day. A lot of updates came out today. Nothing for East Vineland. I've almost hoped nothing does, because I really don't want to have to deal with updating this map. But it did, a few updates came out for maps. One of them is actually for a map that I was almost going to use for Throwback Thursday. So I'm glad that mod author is getting their updates out of the way before we, because I think we are still going to go sometime to that map once we're done with Old Family Farm. Speaking of Old Family Farm too, I recorded an episode of Throwback Thursday yesterday. I wanted to get it out of the way before the week started. And yeah, it was a fun episode, a lot of fun to record. So this Thursday, if you do get a chance, definitely check out Old Family Farm. I was, let's just say I was tired when I recorded it, a little bit giddy, and yeah, finding a lot of things funny that I'm not certain were all that comical, but hey, you know, once it's recorded, I'm letting her fly. You know, I'm not gonna go back and try and save face, because oh man. Anyways, if I did that, these videos would probably be about 10-12 minutes long. So you get what you get from me. You either get low quality YouTube farm sim play or medium quality YouTube farm sim play. Alright, I mean, I'm striving for greatness here, but the bar is still set a little low. We'll see how it goes. I do like these bales. I like these red, white, and blue bale wraps that are on these. They look pretty sweet, don't they? At least I think they look pretty cool. Kind of give it kind of that old-timey, old-school look. Pretty sweet. And I do like these hay contracts. I kind of like not having to wrap. It's kind of nice, you know. I mean, yeah, you have to TED, but TEDing's pretty quick, and it's nice to just not have to worry about taking a wrapper around after you bale stuff. Even if you've got a wrapper with a built-in, or a baler with a built-in wrapper, this is just a little bit faster. I like this Vermeer baler too. Boy, does it need a wash though, doesn't it? It really does need a wash. I don't know why I didn't wash this thing when I was doing my spring cleaning. Did I wash this thing? I don't think I did. And it didn't look that dirty, but boy, it looks dirty now. And of course, you know what happens if your equipment's dirty. Repainting on this thing is going to be 40 grand. It's going to be $40,000 to repaint our baler. Hold on a second. Let's see how much repainting the baler is actually. Now I'm curious. Oh, that's not bad. $5,200 to repaint the baler. And the tractor, $11,000. I'm going to go ahead and repair both of those. They don't really need it, but that's insane. $16,000 worth of repaint right here you're looking at. If we were to do that, no. Really though, I mean, Giants, I love you, but you got to do something about this repaint stuff. It's silly. It's just it's like they couldn't find another way to. I don't know what the concept was, if I'm being honest with you. It's almost like they were looking for a reason to demonstrate farming expenses. We are going to have to move that bale out of the way. It is going to get absolutely wrecked by that windrower. That's not far enough. Should we do this the look away way? Because this thing's going to get in the way of our course play dude. Let's just do that. I saw a mod come out for a bale pushing, where you can go up against the bale and kind of roll it for bale rolling. I guess it's for round bales. That's a nice idea, you know. I think in real life you wouldn't be able to push that bale. I think that bale weighs a lot more than I would be able to. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I've never tried to roll a round bale before, but these are big bales that weigh a lot. But like I was saying, I kind of feel like Giants was just looking for a way to try to emulate, you know, farming expenses, and this was the best they could do right now, was making repaint. You know, and I don't know. I have not run into anybody in the farm sim community that thinks, well, number one, repaints their equipment. The only time anybody ever repaints their equipment that I've ever talked to about it, excuse me, is when they go to sell it. Because oftentimes, if you repaint before you sell, you get your money back plus some. So if you can afford it, it's always worth to repaint before you sell. And that's, boy, my throat is, I apologize, you guys. My throat is acting up here today. But that to me is just, yeah. And I didn't eat ice cream before this episode. So there you go. I don't have the ice cream throat. What other mods came out today? Like I said, a lot of updates. How's our windrower doing? It's chugging along good. Oh, I'll show you one here. I'll show you a mod that I kind of thought was actually kind of nice. Again, it's along the lines of, hold on there, Chief. Along the lines of what I hope Giants implements into the next game, into all the categories, and even into the Giants mod hub. We need better filtering in that Giants mod hub, is my strong opinion. So this mod allows you to sort by price, power, speed. So price, power, and speed, which I thought, you know, that's kind of handy. You know, right now we're looking at what, by price. So from, you know, least expensive, our little Porsche diesel down there, a little Junior 108, cute little thing, cute little guy. And then if you want to go by power, 205 horsepower for the class, 201, 175, you know, on down the road. And then speed, what's this one? This one is 31 miles an hour and 31 miles an hour, 31 miles an hour. Are all these 31s? 31, 24. Yeah. So not bad. It's a nice little sorting, just a little mod just to help, you know, make life a little easier for you if you want to sort through your store items. But I would like to see a much better sorting / filtering system in this game, especially when you have, if you're like me and you've got a lot of mods in your mod folder. Yeah, it would be so nice to be able to filter through those and say, show me just tractors, show me, and I'm not talking about in the Giants mod hub, I'm talking about in your installed mods screen when you actually go to launch a map. Because right now when you launch a map, there is no, I mean, it's alphabetical, that's it. If you're lucky, it's alphabetical. And then sometimes you get these oddball mods that they name them kind of weird in the mod desk file, and they show up in weird spots, even alphabetically. So hopefully some improvements are made there. That seems to me like that would be not an extremely difficult thing for Giants to improve on. Adding favorites and things like that. But I've talked about that before. And, you know, if you want an example, you know, you can look at, you know, Euro Truck and American Truck from SCS Software. They've added some nice filtering and stuff into their mod setup screen and stuff. And it just makes life that much easier when you're a mod hoard like I am. I'm a mod hoarder. There's no question about it. I can't tell you the number. I still do it, and I know better, and I've tried. And when I started 22, I told myself I wasn't going to do this again. But I'm bad when it comes to mods. I'll see a mod, and I'll think of one possibility of when I might want to use that mod, and I grab it, and wow, that is a thick windrow right there. And I'll grab it, and I'll never use it. And a lot of times I don't use it because I forget that it's there. And I think that having better filtering and sorting would help remind players of what mods they have. So like when I was setting up Old Family Farm, I wanted mods that were more, you know, in that era or close to. But when you have to scroll through 100 mods to find what you're looking for because there's no filtering and there's no, you get the point. I'm harping on it now at this point, but you get the idea. You get what I'm saying. You know, you may not agree with it. That's all good. You know, just something I would find helpful. But I'd say this is going pretty well. I like being able to bale with 180 centimeter bales or 180 centimeters. Those would be small bales. I'm American, even I know that. What are these things? What, yeah, they are 180 centimeters. What am I talking about? What was I thinking? Millimeters? Or what I was thinking? Yeah, they are 180 centimeters. Man, those are thick windrows that guy's charring up right now. Less bales for us to have to load and take over to the store, which is kind of nice. And I'm guessing we will make some decent extra cash from this contract. Baling contracts usually, unless they're small contracts, I have found the larger baling contracts, you can make some really good money from the excess bales. There's usually a pretty decent amount of excess from these things, which is pretty nice. These things are like 4 foot tall windrows. That tractor's getting it. Oh, and then there was one, I'll show you this. I'll show you this other mod I put on here just for fun once we dump this bale off. This one, I don't know. It just is kind of one of those things. Yeah, wheelies, tractor wheelies. So, I don't know. know. I don't know why, but why not? You know what I'm saying? Now I can't steer. There we go. Okay. Yeah, tractor wheelies. Lovely. Well, what's interesting and kind of curious about the tractor wheelie is you do prove that these tractors are four-wheel drive, because when you actually do the wheelie, you can see the front tire. If I let go of the gas, push the gas, you can see those front tires go to town. So yeah, these things are definitely full-time four-wheel drive. I don't know that they're locked. I think they're even locked differentials because it looked like both sides were were spinning. So I'm going to assume they're even locked diffs, which is interesting because there's that mod out there. Whoa, what did I just hit? Oh, I turned on our. Let me turn that off. I turned on our guidance steering. There's a mod out there. What is it called? The vehicle add-on. It's the vehicle add-on mod that lets you it lets you turn on and off four-wheel drive and diff lock and stuff. And I guess I never really understood that because I'm pretty sure those things are on all the time anyways in the game. Maybe it's more, I don't know, maybe it does something else on top of what the game already has going on, or I don't know. I don't really get it. Don't really get it. I used to use the vehicle control, yeah, that's what it's called, right? Vehicle control add-on mod. I used to use that mod a couple of versions ago of the game, and I think it has its own GPS, but I prefer the GPS mod. And then once I decided I preferred the GPS mod, the standalone GPS mod, our guidance steering mod, as it's called technically, I kind of decided that I really wasn't going to need the vehicle control add-on mod. Just left it out of my gameplay from there. Well, let's get this. We might be running a little bit long in the tooth here, but how much more do we have left to do? Yeah, because I'm going to want to do some cleanup too. Well, why don't we call this an episode, and I will get our baling finished up offline or off video, and meet you all back here Wednesday for getting these things collected and taken to market, and we'll go from there. So hey, thanks everyone. I do appreciate you joining me again here in East Vineland, New Jersey, with the cheating refs and all. Actually, I don't know if it's really this area or not, but who knows? Maybe one of those referees that cheated lives around here. We should find out. We should definitely find out, because if their house is around here, I really don't know what I'd do anyways, if I'm being honest with you. I'll put a mean sign in their yard. That's what we would do. Yeah. Well, thanks everyone for joining me again here on Kubota Farm, and you all take care of yourselves. More importantly, take care of each other, and leave a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to. No one's gonna force you to, but I sure makes my day. I had somebody, a couple more subscribers today, but I had a really nice comment today from somebody, and it just made my day. I so appreciate the kind thoughts I get from you all, and it's really is. It makes my day. So take care of yourselves. I'll see you back here on East Vineland Wednesday. Have a great week. Bye.